Hi everyone, welcome to Asharari. I know yoga classes are on a break and you would be wondering what kind of exercise or what kind of yoga practice can you do at home. This video is not only for now but also for the future. The answer is a cliched Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutations. Now, I've made a video like this in the past where I've recorded me giving instructions continuously for about 10 Sun Salutations, and I link that in the description below. But let's go beyond just doing the practice. Sun Salutations have immense benefits. If you do Sun Salutations with the rising sun facing it early in the morning, outdoors or indoors, as long as you get the sunlight, you can absorb vitamin D as well as the vital nutrients that the sun has to offer. The Sun Salutations is a great warm-up for the body and a great exercise for the body as well. For more benefits and for more answers to common questions, you can read my blog, which I will link in the description below. And today we are going to do a 101 on how can you do Sun Salutations with the right techniques at home. A lot of my students are always lost as to how do they do the class, they go back home and then they forget the right technique of doing it. So for you guys who want to learn the right techniques, this video is for you. All you need to do for that is wear something super comfortable, get a clean, sanitized yoga mat, and I'm making a video on that soon on how can you sanitize or how can you clean your yoga mats. Get some blocks if you have them or some cushions, especially for people who find it difficult to do the equestrian pose. And let's get started. So Surya Namaskar can be done in the morning with the rising sun as you face the sun from whichever direction it's coming in. If you're doing it during the day, try to do it in a lighted area so that you can absorb some nutrients from the sun. And if you're doing it at night, it's called Surya Namaskar or Moon Salutations, and that has different benefits as well. Now today, we'll just learn the techniques of doing it. Ensure that you have an empty stomach, so you've not had any heavy meal for at least 2 to 3 hours before this practice. So you're going to use the entire mat to do this process, and that's why the first thing that we need to keep in mind is we'll always start at the top of the mat. Now our first step is the Namaskar or the starting pose. For this pose, you need to keep 3 things in mind. The first, your back is going to be straight and shoulders open. Second, your hands are in Namaskar and thumbs are touching the sternum of your heart. And third thing, your feet can either be slightly apart or together based on your level of flexibility and where you are in your practice. So back straight, palms to your chest, thumbs touching the heart sternum, and here just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. This helps bring your attention to this moment. So traditionally in Sun Salutations, in this first position, we chant the Surya mantras. But not everyone is comfortable doing that, or not everyone has the time to do that. So it's important to take a breath, bring your focus to this practice, take a resolve for yourself and start that practice on the right note. So we start here and we move to step 2. In the second step, you're going to breathe in, take your hands all the way up and bend backwards. Now a few things to keep in mind here. Some people like to keep their hands together and go up, and some people like to keep their hands apart and go up. Whatever you feel comfortable in, do that. So hands together or apart, absolutely fine. So hands together apart, you breathe in, you go up. Now you breathe in as you go up. So when we are going against gravity, we breathe in. And when we are going towards gravity, we breathe out. That's a very important rule of yoga. Now for step 2, another thing that you need to keep in mind is bend only as back as your body allows. Don't push yourself back and try to fall. So only go to your capacity. And the third thing that you need to keep in mind is your knees should not be bending, because a lot of people tend to do a back bend and they bend their knees and then they try to go back like that. That is doing nothing as a stretch to your back. So knees should not be locked, so you're not locking your knees. Knees relaxed, and you're going to keep your knees straight and then bend backwards to whichever level that you can. From there we move to step 3. So 1, 2, third step you're going to do a forward bend. So here again go to your capacity. Keeping your back straight, start bending forward. Now for some people you may just stop here. For some people you may go all the way down to your calf or here. For some people you would be here with the hands or the fingertips just touching the mat. And for some people you may be able to keep your palms on the mat. And some of you may want to hold your ankle and slowly bend your head to your knees. In this pose, it's good to use blocks as well. So you can keep your blocks in front, and then from the back bend, you can slowly bend forward, hands on the blocks. The blocks will come in handy for the next pose as well, so you can always keep it with you or next to you. So pose number 4, the equestrian pose. Now for that, I'm going to keep the blocks on the side. Great. So you're in your forward bend, maybe you're holding the blocks, maybe hands down, maybe you're doing the full forward bend. From there, okay, we'll use the blocks later. So from there, you're going to slowly take your foot back, flatten your foot on the mat. The other foot, which is in front, is in between your hands. That's very important. So this foot is flat behind, this foot in between your hands. You breathe in, push your stomach forward and look up. Now this pose is very challenging for a lot of people. So using blocks is a good idea here. And if you do not have blocks, I'll give you another variation. So if you do have blocks, you can place the blocks next to your feet, whichever level that you want to place them at, and then push your body forward. For some people, you may not have blocks. So you can place your hands on your hamstring and push your body forward, bend backwards and look up. This pose is also a balance. So you may tend to lose balance on and off. The key to balance is focus on one point. I've mentioned this in my past videos as well. Now you're either here or in the complete equestrian pose. And from there we move to a plank. For the plank, you're going to tuck your back toe and shift your body back to a plank. This is your 5th position. Now plank can be challenging for people, so I'll give you 2 variations here, apart from the regular plank that we just saw. The first variation is doing a forearm plank. This forearm plank is useful for people who have a problem in their wrist. So simply, from the equestrian pose, tuck your back toe, place your palms down, move back and drop your forearms down. And you can do the forearm plank. some people, the full plank or the forearm plank can be challenging. So for you guys, what you can simply do is from the equations pose, take your foot back to a cat. Now in cat, you may be able to take your knees up. Maybe tuck your toes and take your knees up. And that's it, stay there. If you can do that, great. If you can't do that, hold the pose in cat. And from cat, we'll move to the next pose. Anyways, even if people are doing the plank, they have to come down to the cat before going to the next pose. The asana number 6 or the pose 6 is from plank. You're going to drop your knees down. So again, you're in cat. Push your hips back. Let me remove this block. So push your hips back and then bring your chest and chin down. This pose is called the 8-limb pose or the Ashtanga. So in this pose, 8 limbs of your body are actually touching the mat. Now if you can't do knees, chest and chin, you can come and lie down straight on the mat. But if you can do knees, chest and chin, great. For advanced practitioners, you can do knees, chest and forehead on the mat. I'll show it to you again. So you're in cat. So from plank you come to cat. You push your hips back, come down, knees, chest and forehead down. Or knees, chest and chin down. Flatten your feet and we move to the next pose, which is Cobra. Now Cobra or the Bhujanga Asana can be challenging for a few people. So in Cobra, I want you to open up your shoulders as you go up. And if you feel a pain in your lower back, you can bend your elbows. So either your shoulders are open, back straight, look up, or you can bend your elbows down. But you're not doing this. Okay, so be careful that you're not doing this because you will develop pain in your shoulders gradually. So open up your shoulders, look up, or elbows a bit bent and look up. And if either of the two is difficult, then you can do the spins. Now this is what you're doing with the upper body for Cobra. For your feet at the same time, while you're in Cobra, your feet can be apart, or you can touch your toes together, or you can keep your feet together and look up. And that's difficult, you can see I'm shaking. Okay. And that's it. So that, my friends, is the Cobra pose. From Bhujangasana, we are going to move to the next pose, which we call Parvatasana in Sanskrit, which is translated into the mountain pose. But in today's modern world, it is called the downward facing dog. Now for the downward dog, we're going to start at Bhujangasana, tuck your toes, and you're going to slowly push your body up into a downward dog. Now you have to keep a few things in mind. Your back, as much as possible, should be straight. So you're pushing in from the upper body. Second, your feet or your toes can be, up. Your heels can be up, or your heels can be on the mat. The whole pose is with the heels on the mat. But even if you keep your heels in the air but push in from the upper body, that's fine. And for some people, you may need to bend your knees a bit as long as you're pushing in from the upper body. I'm slipping. Okay, as long as you're pushing in from the upper body. That's important. So that's the downward facing dog or the Parvatasana as we say in Sanskrit. From the downward facing dog, we're going to bring our foot forward. Now, when we took our foot back, we took our left foot back. So we are going to bring our left foot forward. This ensures that the equations posed is balanced. This is a common question that I get in class, and the simple solution for it is whichever foot you take behind in the round, bring that foot forward in the round. That way, even if you finish your Sun Salutations or Surya Namaskar at an odd number, you will be able to balance it out and you've not missed out on stretching any part of the body. So, since I took my left foot back, I'm going to bring my left foot forward. So when I took my left foot back, my right foot was forward. And now that I'm bringing my left foot forward, my right foot is behind. Same thing, hands on the side and foot in between your hands. If you want, you can use the block, or if you want, you can place your hands here. Now, one problem that people face while doing this is, from downward dog, it's difficult to bring the foot forward in between the hands. So what you do here is drop your knee and your foot down, slowly come up and try to bring the foot forward. And there you go, equations pose. From there, you're going to bring your right foot forward to a forward bend and use the variation that you used the last time. Maybe the blocks, maybe hand on the mat. Whatever variation you took the last time, use that. And from the forward bend, you're going to slowly breathe in and come up, bend backwards, and as you breathe out, hands to your chest. Back to the starting pose. Take a few breaths here. And slowly release. Now when you're doing this in a flow, especially with me, in my classes, I avoid the last pose while we do it in the flow. But we do the last Namaskar with the last round that we do. Also, we add breathing to this practice, and I'm going to show you one whole flow with the breathing instructions written somewhere around here so that you can read and remember it, and I don't need to talk, somewhere around here. And that way you'll understand the whole round of Sun Salutations, plus you've understood what props you can use and what variations you can use while doing the Sun Salutations. So let's go. Thank you so much for watching our video today. If you did like the video, give us a thumbs up. Comment in the description below if you want to know more about Sun Salutations or if you want any other video. And do subscribe to our channel if you find our content useful. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay healthy and stay happy. Namaste.